tonight has a moment that is particularly rough, and I just want to give you a heads up. Again, if you need to pause it, if you find yourself getting distressed, make sure you walk away if you need to.
They are nested with sin. Free them, that they may know mine. Yara! Where is the other apostate? Clip her wings.
Yara. Demons are coming. Cut her down. She's one of them.
Lev.
Watch your backs.
Holy crap. Jesus. God, now we have to deal with infected after that? Oh my god. Oh shit. Oof.
Wolf, come on, we have to move. Where are you going? Out of these woods. We gotta run. Now.
Okie dokie. We'll do that then.
Coast it this way.
By the way, chat, that was the brutal part that I was referring to.
Left, they're all around us.
Holy shit. Oh my god, dude. Oh, let's go.
You two okay? Yeah. We have to keep moving before more come. Every direction looks the same. You sure you know where you're going? It has to be this way.
Oh boy, I sure hope so. All of a sudden, what group we're in doesn't matter when it comes to survival, huh? Son of a bitch! Keep moving, keep moving, keep moving.
It's just up here. Those are fresh. Is there another way around? If there were, would we be going this way?
Good question. I don't know that I need that attitude, but I get it.
Come on, Liv. Get it open. Move. Go. I got you.
Holy shit.
You! Are you wearing my backpack?
Bitch! Nobody wears my backpack! Oh my god. Oh man! Jesus Christ, we go right for the ear. Oh! Oh shit. Come on. Come on, come on, come on. Oh, god damn it! She's hitting me with the two-parter. There we go. There we go. Nobody wears my backpack.
You guys all right? Yes.
Guys, before we continue, I'm not kidding. Knock it off with the comments about Abby's appearance. We are not in 4th grade. We are adults. I do not want to read any more comments that have anything to do with Abby's appearance. It's driving me nuts. Knock it off. Thank you. All right, let's go. Jesus. So this is like, I mean, this is ridiculously intense. Like, so we got taken by Seraphites. We are nearly killed by Seraphites. We now have two appears to be Seraphites that have just saved us. And I don't know where the hell we are. Whew. So it's going to be interesting here because if we're going to survive, I don't know that killing them is a good idea. So we're going to have to pair with them. Now, again, you want to talk cognitive dissonance, we have more of it. Abby has been hating on the Seraphites all the way through. She thinks they're fanatics. She's been conditioned by the WLF to look at Seraphites as being outsiders and a threat to the WLF. Abby has very strong allegiance to the WLF. And so now all of a sudden to have to be in cahoots with people who are Seraphites, I think there's two things that are going to happen. One, Abby's going to recognize that we need this for survival and that they're the only ones that are going to get us through this. And two, she's probably not going to fully trust them. She may think that at any point they're going to turn on her. Now, they've saved her here, but that was mostly against infected. But it's going to be interesting to see how Abby reconciles the dissonance that she's going to experience seeing two Seraphites try to take care of her and help her survive. Because that goes against a lot of what she's seen and what we've been conditioned to see. So Abby being skeptical, I think, is perfectly reasonable. If you find yourself watching this feeling skeptical, I think that makes sense. But honestly, we're probably going to learn that these two have a reason for helping us, and I would be very curious what that is. In fact, I might even push them to tell me right now what the deal is. Because if I sniff that anything is a little bit off, we may just need to part ways amicably here. Be interesting to see what this now. Does Abby look at these two as being separate from the Seraphites, or does she start to generalize the Seraphites? I'm guessing she's probably going to just see them as separate, because that would be the way to assimilate them.
Go on. How's the arm?
I have it under control.
Okay. Grab any supplies you find.
I can't touch this stuff. It's old world.
Are you... You need supplies. We're not out of the woods yet. Pun fucking intended.
What's a pun?
Oh, man. Now, what we gathered from that note when we were going through this Seraphite base in the last stream was that they get Seraphites young. They get them young. So that person saying that makes complete sense. I mean, these people seem to be very heavily indoctrinated into the idea that anything that is not natural is bad. And I don't think these people have time for humor. So not knowing what a pun is makes complete sense.
Scars going after scars before.
Seraphites.
What the hell did you do?
I shaved my head.
Fine, don't tell me. I really don't care.
No, dude, Abby, you better watch out. You don't know the reasons these people have for bailing you out of this. And I don't know that it's in Abby's best interest to show her disdain for the Seraphites right now. It's okay if she has it, but to show it is... It's going to put them in a vigilant space, and there are two of them over me. So you got to be really careful here if you're Abby. Survival may mean that you play along. I'm going to fix up my gun here. Maybe. No, I'm not. But these folks, we are working with indoctrinated folks. We are working with people that have been part of a cult for a long time. So again, we cannot apply our sensibilities to these two. We have to operate off of what they give us, basically. I don't even want to operate off of how the Seraphites have been represented to us. I want to take these two for what they are. We're going to be careful. We're going to listen with considerable vigilance. But I'm not applying what I know of the world into making sense of what's going on for them. It would be a disservice to myself and to them to do that. Especially in this situation. There's a reason they bailed me out and why those other Seraphites attacked them. I don't even know that I need to know the reason in order to appreciate the fact that they did bail me out. That doesn't mean I owe them anything either. This is not a world that you do well when you know, feel like you owe folks for saving you. You take it for what it is. You're like, hey, man, thanks for saving me, but I don't owe you anything as a result of that. That keeps you alive. Bring your own bullets. How to make your own improvised munitions with everyday household items. Okie dokie. Craft incendiary shells. Craft 2 incendiary shotgun shells which fire a wide cone, dealing heavy damage and lighting enemies on fire. Craft hunting pistol ammo. Faster aim movement. Get some splody shells? I'm down for that. Can humans exist without pleasure? Absolutely they can. Pleasure's a privilege, man. The people that hung Abby belong to the Seraphites. As far as we know, the two people that are with us are Seraphites. Eddie, I hope to God you're okay. The latest truce has fallen apart, and we've been ordered back home for reassignments. I've sent 2 search parties to look for you to no avail. Please find this note okay and come find us. Fuck these scars. Matt. That's a WLF note. Reyes, I hope someday you get to fulfill that fantasy. Well, this is a useful building for us to be in. I want as much ammo and supplies as I can possibly get. I feel like I need to craft a okay, I already have a silencer crafted. Thank God I already had one in my backpack. Glad we got one back from Sledgehammer Lady. All right, we're pretty stocked up at this point. Oof. Once she comes out of shock, by the way, she is not going to have a fun time. The brain has an incredible way of staving off pain from physical trauma, but it only lasts so long. And my God, when she comes out of shock, she is going to be in a world of hurt.
We're almost to the coast. Just a little farther.
Not to mention, if they broke skin, she runs a risk of infection. Really?
Stay behind me.
I freaking love that I get to have this gun. Where's the other infected? Oh, it's up here. So, oh, she got her with the arrow. Okay. Now, I would be a little bit nervous about where they're taking us. If I'm Abby, I'm asking, where are we going? And again, why are we doing this? Why are you protecting me? What's at stake for you? And part of the reason I want to know that is because if we accomplish whatever goal they have, my guess is that I become expendable to them. Understandably so. And I don't want to be expendable.
Demon! Just ahead!
Oh, so these are what they call demons. Shit.
Now what?
Quite confident it's this way.
Quite confident?
You don't have to follow us.
It's true.
Want me to leave you two on here alone?
Let's just get out of here.
I actually like that. I like that comment a lot. So that person is acknowledging my autonomy in this, that I don't have to follow them. That she's basically making it clear that it's my choice to follow. And that I basically am subject to whatever those consequences are. And I think that shows a level of trust and shows like kind of a lack of interest in holding me hostage. That if I want to go, I can go. I don't know where they're leading me, but that instills a little bit of trust in me that she's willing to be honest like that and basically speak to the relative accountability of this situation. Now, it would be nice if we just so happened to be heading toward the aquarium. In fact, I suppose Abby could ask. That also may tip off that she has a mission there and that's somebody that matters. Because, again, we don't know that we can trust these folks. They very well could be using me for the fact that I have this technology and can keep them safe to wherever they're going. In this world, you cannot unconditionally trust no matter how much you may want to. We have learned so many times in our runs of this game that this is not a world where you can just blindly trust whoever. You're going to have a hard enough time trusting the people that you care about and know, let alone people that you don't know. And that doesn't make us bad for experiencing that. It makes us smart and aware of the world that we're in.
I get you through, you open that gate, right?
We'll open it.
Come on. Your turn. Watch that arm.
I actually admire that Abby is willing to be a caretaker here. Come on, guys.
He's stuck. Fuck. Hurry up.
Really? Come on, guys. Get this freaking door open, man.
Twisted scars.
Did they run?
Fucking scars.
What? You bailed? I have no idea where this clicker is. Oh, God damn it. damn, man. Shit. Oh, no way. Oh, what up, homie? Hell yeah! Let's go!
More of them.
Hell yeah.
Just give me a minute.
You're gonna hold on tight.
Okay.
All right, let's go. Man, we are really making ourselves vulnerable for these folks.
My arm. I know. Focus on your breathing. In and out. Nice and steady. In and out.
Super smart. Super smart. Abby's Crisis Intervention 101 passes the Dr. Mick test. She does two things that are very important. First and foremost, aside from taking her and picking her up and basically being her safety, there's two things that she does. The first thing is she is a directive. She doesn't ask questions. She doesn't put any cognitive stress on the woman that she's carrying. Instead, she tells her what to do. She says, focus on your breathing, which is very important because she's starting to panic. She's probably coming out of shock and feeling the pain, and that's going to lead to a panic attack when she realizes what's going on here on top of all the context. Second thing she does is she focuses on in, hold, out through the mouth. That's very important as well because we need to engage her parasympathetic nervous system as fast as we possibly can. And the fact that Abby does it with her is even more important because not only does it help her focus on her breathing, it also gives her something external to pay attention to so that she does not get swept away by the panic. That is absolutely perfect what Abby did right there to try to mitigate it, because a panicking human in this moment is only going to make things worse. And you have to be very careful because it can be dangerous if she starts to panic. So Abby having the presence of mind to guide her through that, be with her, breathe with her while she carries her through is absolutely fabulous. Absolutely fabulous. I love it. And you see her calming down a little bit. Instead of focusing on the pain, focus on your breathing.
Make sure there are no
Focus on me.
The front would open. Try the other ones.
Come on, I got you.
Any luck? No.
In here. Let's get inside before someone sees.
Lock it.
Come help me with this. Hey, it just needs to be said. You know how to do that?
Cut that into strips. Lean back.
Okay.
I'm gonna move it, okay? You ready? What's your name? Abby. Thanks for cutting me down. This area gets a lot of traffic. Whatever shape she's in, we need to get out of here by tomorrow. We'll be fine. Yeah.
I can't say I blame Abby for leaving here. Okay, again, you got to put yourself in Abby's shoes. These two are an unknown quantity. You have no idea what their motivations are. As far as we know, they are Seraphites, and Seraphites hate WLF, and we are WLF. Like, Abby basically getting to a point where she can recognize where she is. She's done her best, right? She set the wound. She put a splint on. She gave them a warning that this is a high traffic area. She knows exactly where she is. You get out of there and you go where you need to go. I don't really see any benefit to Abby sticking around with these two, because if you're Abby, you're focused on Owen. You need to find Owen, right? You can thank them for saving you. It was a temporary alliance. We got through what we needed to get through. I'm safe. The two of you are safe. No idea what's going to happen to the wounded one. Good enough. I don't think Abby is cold for leaving here at all, because Abby knows that she herself is a known quantity. It's way too risky to take the two of them with her. Way too risky. These are the types of calculations you got to make if you live in a world like this. This is what keeps Abby alive. So we're out of here. I think Abby did more than enough.
Right. Owen.
Both people did more than they needed to. They cut me down. I splinted and set the wound. Good enough. I really can't fault her for that.
Aquarium's right there. Let's do it.
She just as well could have bailed on him and said, F you. I mean, you can see the hostility. I mean, and that's the other thing, right? You can see the hostility that's ingrained in both of them, that they've both been respectively indoctrinated in certain ways to believe certain things by the groups that they're in. And you see that ideology transcend a survival moment. That's how powerful this stuff is. If there was any moment that's going to make you reconsider the motivations of the WLF or the Seraphites on either side relative to who you are and who you're looking at, it would be a moment like that. But that's the power of trying to get people to see as us versus them. These are two people that apparently are even at odds with the Seraphites, and they still look at us with some level of disdain as we're walking out of that trailer. So if you think this is all just going to be a nice little conversation between Isaac and the Prophet, think again, man. This stuff's way down in there to the point that we just helped each other survive and we still look at each other like that. It's perfectly plausible that they would have that tension between the two of them as Abby leaves. Okay. I'm going for capacity on the pistol. That's always useful. Oh, Owen. How I doth want to find thee. Hey, this is... Oh, yes. Yes, 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 yes.
Score.
Couldn't have said it better myself, Abby. Love that. I love that for me. This is why you check all the empty spaces, fam. Oh, yeah. Get that nice hot swap going. Alrighty. Guess we're going up here. I'd like to use this as my opportunity to say to those of you that are live with me on Twitch, thank you so much for watching the stream and being here with me as it happens. I love the chatters, the lurkers, and VOD watchers, and that you come out for this. Those of you that are watching this on YouTube, thank you for watching the VODs. I really appreciate your support. I hope you have liked and subscribed at this point. Please feel free to leave a comment down below. I do read them. I do respond to them. I love hearing from the YouTube crowd because I don't get to hear from you live. And the best way that you can support this stream is to share it with folks. YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok. TikTok and Instagram have clips of the psychological concepts that we illustrate here on the game. But regardless, I appreciate your support of what I do, and you telling more people about it allows more awesome people to learn. So, appreciate you all very much. Big cheers. All right. I mean, I guess I can't say I'm surprised that we got to fight infected. I don't mind taking infected out, because I'm doing them a service. I just need to get to the... Just need to get to the Ferris wheel. Oh shit! The freaking... I got a clicker on my ass. I gotta go. I gotta go. Come on, poke your head out one more time.
Done. Right. No sunset to follow. But at least there's a Ferris wheel.
At least there's a Ferris wheel, indeed. I like that all the characters in this game have a sixth sense for when they've killed all the enemies. Useful. Woo. What do we have here? Another coin. What state? Alabama. Another 2002 quarter. We're almost there.
Okay. Should be a straight shot from here.
Yeah, you... Chad, I don't know if I trust myself with this gap. The #1 killer of Dr. Mick to this point has been gaps that I have tried to jump over. You will jump from the edge. You will land. Remember what I told you guys back when I was playing as Ellie? You think about what you will do, not what you've done in the past and not what you won't do. We are going to jump. We're going to lift off with our right foot from the ledge, and we are going to grab on that far edge. That is what we're going to do. Eye on the prize. Sprint. Jump. Grab. Oh, my God. Thank God there's water. Well. Water was a pleasant surprise. See, now we could have gone full Batman, and if we would have thought about, if we'd have looked down and saw the water, you know, we wouldn't have been able to make that jump because we would have assumed that we were safe because of the water. So better to do it thinking we were gonna die if we didn't land. If that's how Batman can get out of the tower, that's how we can get over that ledge. At least that's how I'm gonna rationalize it. Well, this is water I don't really want to jump into. Boy, if this is me, I'm like inching my way into this water. Look at all these spikes and shit. Also, can I just say how much I love that we're coming in the other side of the Ferris wheel with Abby? When we came into the other side with Ellie. I just love... I love the parallel process here with that. I just think that's a really cool narrative touch.
That current's rough.
If not, maybe a little heavy-handed, but I still think it's cool. Swam in it, hated it. Yep, pretty much. Alright, I just gotta hope there's no infected around here. I just still can't stop thinking about how, like, if you jump in this ocean water, all the brine. Oof. Will. I'm going to crash. Despite the adrenaline of this whole shitstorm, this flu thing is kicking my ass. Please let me catch a few hours of sleep so I can fight this thing. I cradled our little bee and put her to sleep. I think she's pretty shaken up by the violence of it all. She asked, "Mommy, why did you and Daddy push all those people?" I told her that it was the only way for us to get on board. She nodded, but I don't think she fully comprehends. Maybe I should have said something different. I don't know. Anyway, if she wakes up before me, read some of her books with her. That seems to calm her down. Hopefully you were able to get the ration situation sorted out. Love you, Quinn. Man, children going through this shit is really... I mean, you want to talk about tragic. It's tragic in the sense that they don't have an abstract comprehension of this. You know, kids learn in school and stuff that, like, if you shove other people,
In their sleep.
that's bad.
Fuck.
That, like, you don't hurt people. And then all of a sudden they see their caregiver who they trust shoving their way onto a boat. And then they're left to make sense of that. And so they're going to ask their caregiver, "Hey, why'd we do that?" And then the caregiver's presented with an opportunity to either lie in order to preserve the innocence of the child or tell the truth by saying we needed to shove in order to get on. And I would argue in some cases in this world, telling the truth is the more adaptive thing. Sometimes we have to hurt people and shove them aside in order to get on the boat and survive. Even though that's an adult thing, I think giving children the truth in this world is better than lying to them to preserve innocence. Innocence is in some ways an antithesis to survival for a child. As long as they know that you're there and you're protecting them and that you have their best interest in heart and you as the caregiver are reliable, that's what's going to get them through this. Because they are in fact more adaptable than adults are. I think preserving their innocence is to their detriment in this world. It's sad though. It's sad that the parents have to be in that position to make that choice. Whoa. A crossbow? Hell yeah.
Did you kill all those people?
Might have. I don't know anything about who this guy is or why he would have done that, but... Oh, look. Target practice. Oh, hell yeah.
All right.
Crossbow arrows are more sturdy and can be recovered more frequently. Nice. Works for me. Just call me Abby Baca, am I right? West Virginia! God, it's so creepy hearing them in other rooms. God damn it. Jesus. Wow. Wow, this one is a we got a rager here. That one was strong, man. Give me a crossbow bolt. Damn it. Because I didn't get a headshot, isn't it? Okie dokie. God, we're almost here. Think I jumped down there? I don't... Maybe let's go this way.
Is this whole damn boat infested?
Apparently. Good lord. Oh, jeez, I wish I had my shotty. Oh, lordy. A twofer. And we got us. Oh, Jesus Christ. Woo. All right, come on, come on, come on, come on. Weapon swap, weapon swap, weapon swap, weapon swap. Give me that shotgun. There we go. Hey, you dick. Eat bomb. Yeah. 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 Blow up. Blow up for me. Do it. Yeah. Yeah, that's what I thought. You do what I tell you to.
That it? Yeah, that's it.
Didn't realize we were on the infected yacht club. Jesus Christ. I ought to get infected so I can afford to be part of the yacht club, apparently. Oh, shit. All right, we got a safe. Means that we gotta find the combination, baby. Where's my note that tells me what the combo is in a random spot? And I got real worked up on that one, didn't I? I was like, I don't even know what happened there. I just sort of like lost my sensibilities, got sucked into the moment, man. Anything? Huh. If I was a note that had a safe combination on it, where would I be? Seems a little bit unrealistic that this note would exist. I don't know why it would be in a magazine. I also just don't know. I mean, I'm afraid to go in here. Maybe it's fine. I just watch. If this door shuts and I don't have access to this safe, bet your ass I'm gonna be mad. Son of a bitch! It better be on this note. Oh, you gotta be kidding me, man.
What a mess.
No safe for me. Whatever. Made my bed. I got a lie in it. All right, let's read this. I'm over it. All right. 8:20, left San Diego, course set for Vancouver. Crowds trying to get onto the boat while we loaded grew violent, but evac was successful. 35 souls aboard. Captain A.V. Midori in command. 14:50, 2 passengers complained of seasick. Set up makeshift infirmary on the lowest deck for them to rest. Radio check-in with Vancouver Port. Good news so far. No signs of infection among their population. 7:30. Passenger Barnes disappeared from the infirmary. Crew dispersed to search for him. 14:50. Passenger Barnes found. Discovered to not be seasick but infected. Passenger Josephine Roberts intervened, wrestled him overboard. 19:05. Miss Roberts requested to have everyone re-examined. 34 ship's medic denied. We don't have the appropriate scanners anyways. His subsequent request to hand the weapon and the weapons also denied. I'm not going to let a man something to disaster. 18:35. Despite protest, additional passengers claiming of various ailments, headaches, indigestion, dizziness, all temporarily quarantined in the infirmary below deck. 2017. Visual landfall of Seattle. Tried radio channels to inquire about refueling, but no answer. Will press forward. 2100. Everybody in the infirmary has been executed. Those people were not infected. This is cold-blooded murder. No one is going to disembark until we find the responsible party. That seems smart. We have a mass murderer on the boat. Let's just hold everybody there. As suspected, it was Roberts. We shot each other. I can't imagine she'll survive. If I pull this thing out, I'll probably bleed out in minutes. Going to steer toward the shore so everybody can get to land. Port is close. Need to stay. I hear infected outside my door. Was she right? Was she right? About what? Yikes. Alright, well, I'm going to be thinking about that safe when I go to bed tonight. That's what I get for not being thorough. Unless, of course, I can climb over this. Nope, sure can't. It's done. The deed is done. But, ooh, I got a quarter. Utah! Do you not use the read button to see it more clearly for immersion? Yes, that is correct. I think it's more fun to try to read the handwriting. Oh, I almost missed that ledge.
Let's try this again.
Indeed, that was quite the little diversion. No, Sior, unfortunately not. We are so close, man. Curious to know what we're gonna find when we get here. I'm not totally sure what the timeline is on this. It was definitely storming when Ellie came up here. What's up, John? Good to see you, buddy. Floaty, thank you for gifting that sub to John. I appreciate that. Alright. We're just gonna chill. Here we are. Aquarium time. Owen, my man, my dude. My ex-lover.
I know you're there, Owen.
Going to the fish zoo, baby. I want to check my corners here, make sure there's not riffraff hanging around here, as that would be no bueno. What do you think the chances are you go through the front door?
Owen? Owen? Owen, come on! He's gotta be in the back somewhere.
Alright, maybe we go this way. Come on. Son of a bitch. Alright. There's rope on the floor, which obviously means I have to use it. Excellent compliance. Ton Schmidt. Thanks, man. Good. Glad to know that this is up to code.
Maybe?
Alright, so we gotta chuck the old brick through the window. Let the glass fall on me. I don't know how I'm supposed to climb up that. Alright, Ryan, think this through. Don't be a dumbass. If I was a rope that needed to support somebody going up to the top like that... Well, it was worth a shot. All right, Ryan. Big brain time. Big brain time. Ah! I just don't think it's long enough. Or maybe it is. Maybe it was just a bad throw. Try it again. No! Abby! Can I move this cart? No.
What should I do for you?
No. Man, I wanted that to be more complicated than that.
Swear to God, if you give me shit about this glass. Okay, your pack's here. Is that blood? Hey, Owen?
All right, so your goal in this moment is to stay as calm as you possibly can. And so Abby's going to need to take some of her advice. We're going to focus on our breathing. We're not going to pay attention to what ifs. Instead, we are going to, you know, say things like focus on where to go, look for where he is. We don't know anything until we see him. There can be a tendency at times for folks to panic in a situation like this, particularly if they've been building up to it. So we really, really want to make sure that we are staying as in the moment as we possibly can. If you start asking yourself a bunch of what if questions that go in the direction of
You in there?
worst case scenario, you're not doing yourself any favors, and it's pulling you away from focusing on the task at hand. Very, very important to maintain that mindset. So that's what we're going to do. Huh. Generator's running. Hey.
Of course.
No, I don't know that I want to startle him. I feel like if I was Abby and Owen, I'd have like a special flashlight cadence so that he knows I'm safe, because if I heard somebody walking around outside of this and I'm him, I'm freaked the hell out. I'm not assuming that it's Abby here. All right, big dog.
Owen?
That's fucking cruel. Isaac sends you after me.
He didn't. What is all this?
Gotta take her apart if I'm gonna fix her back up.
I see.
Want some?
Pass.
Suit yourself.
Danny's dead.
Figured.
You want to tell me what happened?
We were cleaning out a small camp. It's just a couple scars, and I hit this one on the head. Hard. And he goes down, and his weapon's right there. And he doesn't go for it. Instead, he turns to me. And he's old and tired. He was just ready. I've killed a lot of scars. And, fucking guy. I couldn't do it. Of course, Danny gets in my fucking face about it. I told him I'm done. He can do it himself if he wants. And he points his fucking gun at me. So I grab it, and then... First, I didn't even know which one of us was shot.
You defended yourself.
Stop.
I can fix this. I'll talk to Isaac.
I am tired, Abby. I don't want to fight over land that I don't give a fuck about anymore. I'm going to Santa Barbara.
chase a rumor?
I've heard it more than once.
The Fireflies aren't regrouping. They're gone.
It's a lead. I gotta see it through.
What about Mel?
She'll be safe here.
Okay. We'll talk in the morning when you're sober.
Don't do that.
Do what?
Treat me like I'm fucking insane. You feel the same way.
If the Fireflies are in Santa Barbara, I go the opposite fucking direction. What?
Nothing.
Sorry I grew up. You should try it.
Oh yeah? How do I do that? Should I go find the people that killed my family? Cut into them? I could torture them until they're crying, you know? Abby.
Well, we got a lot to talk about. Okie dokie. Well. Let's work backwards for a second. You may be asking yourself, why would they have sex right now? And it actually makes sense. And I'm going to tell you why. Because that moment where Owen says to her, "You want me to go after the people who killed my family?" First of all, it's the first time we learned that Owen's family was killed. That is about the most empathic thing that he could say to her, because he's saying, I have a shared experience. And him talking about wanting to go and gut them and all that stuff, I think is probably the first time that he's disclosed that that's something he's even thought about. And that level of empathy is not something that Abby is probably overtly going to experience, particularly from a person that she cares about and has a history with. Like, they have a history of intimacy. We don't know that they've had sex, but they've had a history of intimacy. So in that moment, him saying that, them making physical contact in that moment, is intimate in its own way. And everything that was ever pent up between the two of them, that's, if there was ever a moment where that's going to come out, it's right there. It's right there. And the thing is, when they get into that moment where they start to like tussle and they're physiologically aroused, but it's their sympathetic nervous system that fires. But then what follows once they realize that it's each other is then you get like sort of a quick parasympathetic response, which is going to re-engage your sexual drive and organs. And then that's what makes makeup sex so awesome for people. So them having sex here actually makes sense. Like that pent up energy and intimacy in that moment Totally legitimate. Totally legitimate. I'm not surprised at all that they had sex in this moment. Now, that said, there's a piece of it that's maybe a little bit interesting. I'm not trying to overly read into this, but I think the fact that Owen turns Abby around is significant, because I think a lot of people perceive doggy style as being more of a distant form of sexual connection than, like, say, missionary style and like facing each other. And I think them facing each other would probably be, one, a little bit too close in terms of intimacy. I think it also might remind Owen in this case that this is Abby, not Mel. And that level of like dissonance that he would experience in that moment, I think would be a little bit too overwhelming for him. So this allows them to basically maintain their relationship and communication dynamic through sex. And that's what sex is. It's just communication. And so what this shows is that there is a desire for closeness, but there's still a push for distance, whether circumstantial or otherwise. And so I don't think it's insignificant that they have sex facing away from each other, because it allows some level of maintenance of that distance. The difference between sympathetic nervous system and parasympathetic: your sympathetic nervous system is what fires when your brain registers that you need to be quick, that you need to have a physiological response. And what happens is it basically shuts down all systems that are not immediately required for the action you need to take to survive. So sex drive gets shut off, hunger gets shut off, like all sorts of like auxiliary systems get shut down, so that all of your basically nervous firing can get into like your motor movements. Simultaneously, you might have an endocrine response where adrenaline gets fired through your bloodstream. Thing is, your nervous system is through nerves. It travels a lot faster. The endocrine system goes through blood, travels a lot slower, and gets flushed out a lot slower. Your parasympathetic nervous system is when the arousal is mitigated by a reverse system, and it brings some of those systems back online after your brain registers that it's survived whatever that moment is. Usually a sympathetic to parasympathetic nervous response is going to take at most like 2 minutes. An endocrine response is going to take about 20. But when your parasympathetic nervous system engages, if you're in a moment with somebody that you're close to like this, or somebody that you've been intimate with before and you experience that as closeness, the sex drive coming back online is going to be a really powerful force, which is why makeup sex is a very intense experience for people after they've fought. Some people even go so far as to have arguments, sometimes even to the point of abuse, and then having sex afterwards, because the high they get from that sex is beyond what they would have with like vanilla non-nervous system firing sex. So, all right, so now we're going to work backwards even more. Okay, there's more going on here, right? So Owen has basically disclosed to us that he is, and he showed this right in the earlier flashback, he questions the motives of the WLF. Like, if we were going to call, like, Owen is basically like Divergent, for example. Like, he is looking at, okay, this group is doing things that I personally don't agree with. I'm drawing upon my own values and convictions here, which is anti the WLF. And Abby obviously has some level of continued conviction with the WLF. And so she sees Owen say, I'm going to go to Santa Barbara for the Fireflies. Abby clearly has some form of trauma from the Fireflies, likely her father being killed while the Fireflies were around. So she says, I got no interest in doing that. But probably still has some level of draw toward it, which is why she's continuing to engage with him. Which then leads to this connection again they have about having some level of like empathy for the fact that her father was taken away and his family was killed, etc. And then we get into the sex stuff we just talked about. And we work back even farther, and we're seeing that Owen had an experience of attempting to kill a Seraphite that violated his general expectation and objectification of the Seraphites. They objectify Seraphites by calling them scars, so that it makes it easier to do these violent things to them, like kill them and go out on patrol to nuke them, because we see them as objects. When Owen sees that man relinquish and in some ways accept and embrace death, Owen has that man de-objectified for himself. And I'm guessing that in that moment, seeing that man get de-objectified created a de-objectified generalization of the Seraphites, where all of a sudden he says, these are people we've been killing. People that I could ostensibly connect with if I tried hard enough. And then it pushes him to question the motives behind what he does. Am I doing this because of me, or am I doing this because that's what the WLF says I should do? And Owen's reached a point where many of his survival needs are met in such a way that he has the privilege in some way to go against the WLF directive and ideology. And that is a profound turning point for him, as it would be for many. Which, again, him disclosing that moment is going to facilitate a significant amount of connection with Abby. He has a history with her. Him saying that is no joke, man. That's as intimate of a disclosure as we've seen Owen have, and Abby's there for it. She's the reliable person there. We see that there's some issues between him and Mel by the way that he kind of dismisses her. And we've seen that when Abby's been around him in the past, so it makes sense again why this happened. I mean, that scene on the boat that's some powerful shit, man. We went out of our way to find him, something that Mel obviously hasn't done, and that's going to score points in his book. Crazy, man. But everybody has had people killed at this point. Yeah, they have. And I'm sure that if we heard their stories, we would connect with them the same way that we're connecting with Owen and Abby, in the same way that we connect with Ellie, Joel, and Tommy. Like, everybody in this world has absolutely had people killed. That doesn't negate the impact that those deaths have on the people that we see represented in the game. Like, that doesn't mean that we should just turn a blind eye to this stuff. I mean, I absolutely advocate for ending all of this killing in the name of avenging people's deaths and stuff, but also, like, it's a very powerful force for folks. And in some ways gives them something to motivate them to go on, because the world is generally pretty shitty. Unless you're hanging out in CenturyLink Field, but even then, that kind of sucks. So, that's a lot, man. That's a lot. Let's see where it goes. Well. I'm not much for dream interpretation. Full disclosure. I don't put a ton of stock in it. I think sometimes people read a little bit too much into dreams. We don't have a concrete, fully understood theory about why humans even have dreams. We also have reason to believe that other animals have dreams. There's an interesting conflation there between the scenario in which she saw her father died and then walking in and seeing the two Seraphites that saved her hanging from the tree. It does make me wonder if whatever sense of survivor's guilt or sense of compulsion around the fact that she couldn't save her father is being conflated with the fact that she has maybe the potential to save these two people that has basically saved her and bailed her out. So we may be looking at some form of guilty conscience around this and survivor's guilt and like knowing that these two are probably screwed, because if she sees them as dissenters of the Seraphites, then there's a good chance that she thinks that the Seraphites are going to kill them because she literally witnessed the Seraphites clip the wings. And so she may feel some sense of obligation to them that she needs to go figure out how to find them and save them. That or it's just a dream and she's like, holy shit, like that's interesting that I thought of that. But these people literally saved her life. I don't think you can just overlook that. You could certainly see it as, you know, I use them for what I needed, but that's a very powerful force. When a person saves your life, I don't think anybody can really articulate what that means until you are in that position. Hard to imagine her not feeling some level of concern for them. They saved her from what would have been the end of her life without their intervention, and she had then repaid them by doing the same. Just like with Ellie and Joel, when people experience something that intense together, it starts to have a small level of bonding. Yes, it does. Yes, it does. And it's a couple of kids. Absolutely. There's a lot of caregiving that goes on in this entire game series. Like people trying to take care of each other and help each other survive. Joel did save her life. It is true. And maybe if Abby finds out that these two Seraphites killed some of her friends, maybe she would do the same thing she did with Joel. The thing is, I think Abby had cost sunk in killing Joel at that point. I think she was still so in shock, and she just kind of operated on her automatic, like, oh my God, here he is. I'm going to kill him. I don't know if Abby has guilt about torturing Joel. I don't get a sense that she does. Abby has not, and Abby has not let off any sense of remorse for having killed Joel at all. And honestly, there is some part of me that doesn't blame her. Joel killed her dad. She had a close reaction with her dad. She spared Ellie. She spared everybody else. She killed Joel. That was her mission. I don't have a sense that she's remorseful of that. If anything, I get a sense that Abby has found peace after having done that. Abby doesn't really seem interested in killing a whole bunch of folks after this. She's went out to go find Owen. But Joel pissed off a lot of people, not just Abby. Felicity, thank you very much for the sub. So we'll see. I mean, that's just I don't want to put too much stock in that dream, other than that must be very jarring for her. She still sees that moment. I can understand why she would. That's how trauma works, friends. Trauma doesn't just go away because you avenge it. And Abby seeing that image replayed over and over is, in some ways, the brain's way of trying to help a person navigate the trauma. There's two things that happen with that. One, it's the brain trying to work its way through and continue to refresh itself of what are the environmental factors that I have to be aware of so that something like this doesn't happen again. Abby probably wishes she had some form of influence on that situation, so she gets to sort of have that worked out by having it in a dream. And How do I want to put this? I had the thought and I kind of lost it. Usually I'm pretty good at just keeping on going. Like, I was talking about, so trauma with this. Like, oh, reliving that trauma. Again, it's a way to refresh that image, to maintain that level of vigilance. And I'll think of the other thought later because for whatever reason it dropped out of my mind. You'd be having nightmares anywhere, you would. Not to mention how the brain has a fascinating way of trying to protect you from trauma. It doesn't want it to happen again. I hate when that happens too, Shelbs. Like, I'm literally mid-sentence and I'm like, man, I have a really good point to make here and I know I have it and I just lost it. Fine. Sometimes that happens when I say I got two things to say. But this doesn't just go away because Abby wants it to and because she avenged Joel's death, which I think is part of the point, right? Like, trauma is a massive violation of your expectations. And it's coupled with a lost sense of safety and security. And Abby has been forced to change her expectations of the world by watching her father die. One of the things that she learned is that people close to her can perish or they can leave. Owen being another example of this. He may not be dead, but he certainly can leave in the form of sailing away to Santa Barbara. So, there we go. So, Abby having that dream, I think, is maybe having to do with seeing Owen say he's going to leave. And this is a person that she has invested some level of emotional collateral into and just had physical intimacy with him. Knowing that he's going to leave, being somebody that has been a meaningful person in her life, is going to pull on the traumatic instance of that happening in her life. The instance that blew apart her expectations of the world. And then if she looks at herself as having abandoned these two kids that she was able to protect and take care of after they took care of her, there could be even more guilt there, which would be why that would get roped into that dream and coupled along with that image. But yeah, she's going to be troubled for quite some time. Abby has to figure out what her narrative is now that she killed Joel. She has to figure out what the story she's going to tell herself is and what the expectations she's going to have that are going to be meaningful and contribute to her being able to live whatever kind of life she wants to live. It goes to show that killing Joel's not enough. This stuff still matters, even if you avenge it.
Shit. We need to get them out of there before it's too late.
Okay, day 2.
What the hell am I doing?
All right.
Fucking scars.
Wow, so we're going back for them? Abby. What the hell did we say to Owen? What? Did we even tell him? I'm going to be completely honest with you, fam. I don't know that I quite understand the motivation on this one. I'm surprised that Abby would allow a guilt narrative about bailing on the two of them to push her to make this decision. It's a very interesting decision. Her entire conviction was to find Owen. Maybe him saying that he's leaving was enough for her to be like, all right, screw you. Maybe having sex with him she sits and thinks, wow, that was not a good idea. Maybe this is her way of trying to push for distance after there was closeness. That could certainly be it. But the chances that we're going to find these two? Seattle's a big-ass city, man. It's not like we're on some tiny island. So I mean, and you can hear it. Abby's questioning even her own decision-making here. Why am I doing this? These are scars. Why would I do this? Very interesting that she would make this decision. And I kind of wish we could have seen whatever conversation she had with Owen if she did have one.
I'm not falling. Okay.
So we came all this way, learned that Owen wants to sail his boat away, had sex with him, and then said, you know what? I want to go save those two Seraphites that, for all I know, don't have any interest in me finding them. After I told them they need to get out of here because they're in a high traffic area. The only reason that I would imagine that Abby could think that they would still be there,
Sure you saw them?
oh God,
It was the apostate.
would be knowing
No, he's alive.
that perhaps Yara is too injured and Lev can't carry her. That's the only thing that I can think of. Wow. Okay. Is it possible it's just her way of trying to focus on a new conviction? She followed through with what she set out to do. She found Joel, now she found Owen. Now that she knows what happened with Owen, maybe she doesn't know what to do next. I mean, it certainly could be. I'm just really surprised. Jay, thank you for the raid. Those of you coming along with Dauntless Snacks, welcome in. I'm Dr. Mick, licensed couple and family therapist. I got a PhD in human development. This is Game Sessions with a Therapist, where we play cool games and use them to illustrate various psychological concepts. I am a partner with Dauntless Snacks. If you're looking for a wonderful meat stick to eat as a healthy snack, I highly recommend them. I do not pair with companies very often, but Jay is a veteran. He knows his stuff. He puts his entire heart and soul into the company, and he tries to support streamers like me in doing so. If you're interested and want to give it a shot, you can try Dauntless Snacks by going to the website. Use promo code UMATTER for 10% off your order, and it also helps benefit the stream. Oh, great. I gotta pull a chain to open this. Wow, Ryan. Fucking hit your shots, man.
Eli, Will got you.
Oh, Jesus. Jesus, Abby.
Fucking hell.
Ugh. Well, I deserve that because that was a terrible display of marksmanship. Oopsie. Well, if that didn't draw attention, I don't know what will. Let's see if this guy's I picked up that guy's sledgehammer. Alright. Well. Yeah, definitely no ribbon there. No, sir. I mean, we were going to have to kill him. There's no way they wouldn't have heard this. I love this. The old Halo method. Retread your steps. Well, let's go. Let's see if there's stuff in drawers that weren't in drawers last time. We really gonna retread our steps all the way back?
They're still there.
My God. Yeah, I mean, I gotta believe the only way they'd. It felt like this was way longer of a trip. Chad, am I crazy? It felt like that took forever to get there. We're already back. Oh shit.
Shit. Kid? You still there?
Jesus Christ.
Don't come any closer. It's me. Sorry. How's she doing?
Oof.
Want to move your arm?
Oh man.
Lean into me.
Where are you taking her?
Come on. What are you doing? I'm giving her a chance.
Wake up!
I'm here. Those scars?
I need whatever medical supplies you have. No! Put the phone down, it's okay!
Put it down!
Alice, shut up!
Alice,
Put the
stop!
phone down!
Ellie, what the fuck?
Alice! Lev, lower the bow. It's okay. Abby, who are these kids? They saved my life. Can you take a look at her? Stay, Alice. This is Yara. What did this? A hammer. It wasn't me. Let's lay her down. Can you feel this? Yara. No. I was gonna clean it and try resetting.
The bone's shattered. She has compartment syndrome. What does that mean?
It means it has to come off.
She's a soldier. You can't take her arm.
We leave it, it'll turn gangrenous.
Just make it stop hurting. Please.
What do you need?
Ideally, a saw, sutures, clamps, antibiotics. But we're far from ideal right now.
We have knives, fire. Cut and cauterize it.
She would die from infection. Make me a list. I'll go to the hospital, I'll get
It'll
whatever
take
you
you
need.
all day to get there.
I don't mind.
It's not about you, Abby. She doesn't have a couple of days. What if I can get you there in 2 hours? The Wolf Hospital, right? On the west side?
How?
We built bridges. High up. It's how we get around the flooding and you people.
Can't you handle 2 hours?
Probably, yeah.
So make the list.
Wait, are you serious? These bridges are used by scars.
They only send in small groups at a time.
You heard that? Small groups.
This isn't a joke.
Liv?
May she guide you.
May she protect you.
Abby. Abby. Hey,
What?
will you... Did you steal my keys?
Sorry.
Can I talk to you?
Talk?
Why are you doing this? Look, she just showed up.
Okay.
I don't think she knows about last night.
I don't care about last night.
Well, I do.
Which one?
Hope you know what you're doing.
Okay. Troy, welcome in. Thank you for the raid, buddy. If y'all don't follow Chrono Troy, go do that. Okay, so I got two things I want to say. Hopefully I remember both of them. Here's the first one. Hypothesis about Abby's conviction on this. Because I think on the surface we might look at this and go, why are you doing this? This doesn't make any sense. I think we have to take the traumatic instance of losing her father into account here. There's a concept that we talk about frequently in family systems where there are like intergenerational narratives, convictions, directives, if you will, mandates. Abby's father was the person who had the ability to synthesize a vaccine and help people. And I think Abby idealized that aspect of her father. I don't know how you couldn't. So when Abby decides to take it upon herself to take care of Yari, I think she's in part acting out a transgenerational mandate. I think she's saying, I want to do this in my father's stead. I'm going to do something that my father couldn't. And I think, in a way, that allows her to connect to her father. And so if you take that context into account, it makes a lot of sense why she would do this. At any opportunity, she has the ability to help folks who need it. Dad taught me that that's something that's meaningful to do. I get to feel close to him while I do this. In the same way that we saw Ellie have that conviction of, I get to be close to Joel in going absolutely ham, killing everybody trying to avenge his death. It's a very similar process. Owen is obviously not going to fully understand that. I don't know that we can expect him to. But it makes sense for Abby. And I actually think it's somewhat admirable. Like, I really do. Now, that little interaction with Owen, oh boy, he put himself in this bind. It's not Abby's responsibility to consolidate this for him and reassure him about it. She doesn't owe him anything in that. I really don't think she does. Like, he probably wants to talk about, like, the sex and what that means for his relationship with Mel. And when he says, oh, she just showed up, it shows you where Owen's heart is. His heart's with Abby. He's making excuses for it to preserve goodwill with Abby instead of with Mel. and he attempts to talk to her about it, right? Like, she just showed up. She doesn't know about it. He's clear. The problem is Owen has never really explicitly told us how he feels, and this is kind of what happens when you do that. You start sending a bunch of passive messages. You don't communicate clearly. People get tired of your shit, Abby included. Now, do I think that what happened last night meant something for Abby? Yeah, 100%. I absolutely do. But for her to engage in that right now, while she's about to go on a mission to save Yari, is a terrible idea, because closeness is the antithesis to survival in this world. And having that conversation with Owen in that moment while Mel's in the other room is going to facilitate some of that closeness. That can't be on her mind while she's going on these high-ass bridges with a Seraphite into Seraphite territory trying to get meds in order to save this Yari chick. That intergenerational mandate is going to override that shit. And so her saying that doesn't matter to me is a way to put enough distance between her and Owen to allow her to accomplish her task. And yeah, so that's a great point, right? Like, he also obviously doesn't trust Scars, and yet he left Mel with one of them to go after Abby. That's significant. Yeah, I think Owen's trust in Abby is going to override his own personal narrative about the Seraphites. Also, I think you have to take into account the fact that Owen just the night before was questioning the directives of the WLF, right? So Owen has already seen a Seraphite, the humanity of a Seraphite. I think it's maybe easier for him to connect with the humanity of this Seraphite, not just because he saw it with his own eyes in the old man that he couldn't kill, but because he trusts Abby and her judgment, and he likes her and probably wants to connect with her, and accepting that she's going to do this as his ticket to connecting with her. Going against her here is only going to put more distance, and if Abby is who he really wants to be with, he's got to go with this. A lot of indebtedness going on here. I also want to quickly acknowledge Zine. Thank you for bringing everybody over here. Troy, thank you for bringing everybody over here. I appreciate the two of you very much. If you don't follow Zine and Troy, please make sure that you do that. I am Dr. Mick. I'm a licensed couple and family therapist. I have a PhD in human development. This is Game Sessions with a Therapist, where we play cool games like The Last of Us Part 2, and we use these games to illustrate various psychological concepts. I use them as an educational purpose to help illustrate some things and make them as accessible as I possibly can. This is a spoiler-free run of the game, so please make sure, I'm sure because you all came with Troy and Zine, that you all are cool people and you're going to adhere to that. I appreciate it. I also want to make very clear that if you're a person who hates The Last of Us 2 and you want to make that known to chat, I will ban you immediately because I don't care. This is not about whether the game is good or not. This is about the concepts that are able to be illustrated in the game. And my hope is that by me providing context and some of this information that I'm providing, maybe it helps people experience the game in a different way. So thank you very much for being here. Brian, thank you for gifting that sub to Troy. I appreciate that, dude. And Super Chip, thank you for the 11 months. Really great to have you all aboard. Feel free to hang out. We got a really great community here. If you want to see the VODs for this and catch up, you can follow me on YouTube. If you want to see clips of the psychological concepts that are illustrated by these games, I encourage you to head over to Instagram or TikTok because you can find those there. All right, Lev. Take me to the hospital, friend.
Friends are wolves too?
Yeah.
There's going to be a lot of
Lucky
tension here.
Mel's there. She's one of the best surgeons in Seattle.
Mel. And what's his name? The man?
Owen.
Mel, Owen, Abby.
And the dog's Alice.
I don't like dogs.
Understandably so.
How do we get to the really tall buildings? The bridge is there.
Path ahead kicks out toward downtown. The really tall buildings.
Now, a really small piece that I want to talk about here, just very briefly, is I don't think it's insignificant at all that Lev is asking about names and committing names to memory. Names are one of the most transcendent aspects of the human experience. No matter what group you belong to, no matter where you're from, you are identified by a name. Asking for somebody's name is something that connects everybody and it humanizes folks. So Lev asking these names is probably an attempt to humanize people that if she sees as WLF, she's going to more readily activate and operate from her internal biases. Abby will do the same thing if she hadn't asked for the name Yari and Lev. So referring to these folks by name facilitates a passive intimacy because we're starting to see them as people, not as scars or wolves, respectively. Very important.
You gonna be able to get us the rest of the way?
The route starts at the edge of the rushing water. You get us there, and I can take over.
These bridges are really gonna get us over the rapids?
Yeah.
All of them?
Yes.
In just a couple hours?
I'm not lying.
Okay.
I actually trust that.
Well, there it is. That's the building we need to get to.
Okay, I see it.
What happens if we can't get the stuff your friend needs?
She'll have to try to do the surgery with what Owen has around. It's not... That wouldn't be good.
Do you think she'll make it?
We get the supplies. Yeah, she'll have a good shot.
I got a You Matter hoodie yesterday and I love it. Ooh, comma, I'm glad you got it.
Keep out of the water. These rapids will rip you away.
I know.
You know how to swim, right?
Yeah, but I'm not gonna fall in.
I like that confidence.
I do too. Oh boy, I don't know that I can swim that. That seems...
See if we can get to the top of this building. You've been to these sky bridges before, right?
Yeah,
You think we're gonna see a lot of scars?
Seraphites. I don't know.
You gonna be okay if we do?
I was yesterday.
Yeah, but those guys were hunting you.
They're all hunting us.
Abby, you would do well to refer to them as Seraphites. If you're going to work with this person, you got to use their language. Okay? So, like, calling them scars is you placing basically a slander term on them. Like, it's using your own objectifying name of othering them on them. Not a good idea to do that. If you're Abby here, even if you don't want to do it, you use Seraphite. And I really appreciate that Lev corrected Abby and said Seraphite when Abby said Scar. Like, good for Lev for advocating for that. And you might say to yourself, oh, come on, Dr. Mick, is it really that important to do that? Don't we have bigger things at hand? Yes, it's important to do that. If we're going to survive together and we're going to make it, we have to show respect to each other. It's very important to do that. And language is one of the biggest ways that humans can do that. It's one of the traits we have that other animals don't have. And we need to leverage that here. So very, very, very important to use Lev's language. Don't be a dick here. I just came in from here. Where am I going? What am I doing? Like, you may not want to do it, Abby, but you're going to have to acknowledge the humanity of our friend here. Where the hell do I go? What is this? Whoever turns up, I don't care who they are. I don't care if they're wolves or seraphites or whatever the fuck. Just save me, please. Save me. I'll do whatever you want. I'll cut my face. I'll shoot some Fedra shits. Who gives a fuck? I can't die here. I don't want to die here. Please help. Please help. They're gonna find me. They're gonna rip me apart. I gotta say, I appreciate that person's ability to empathize with both sides. If you're a wolf, I want to shoot some Fedra fucks. If you're a seraphite, I'll cut myself. Appeal to both. Very smart. Alright, where the hell do we go here? Lev, you got any ideas here, friend?
Watch the glass.
Now, conversely, I do want to say that I also appreciate that Lev is only adjusting Abby's language in like a concise and direct way. I do think that if Lev was a dick about it, that would also not play well for Abby, because as much as we may not like Abby calling Seraphite scars in the midst of somebody that is trying to assist us, it's also deeply ingrained in Abby. So Abby making that mistake is completely understandable, and Lev having some patience with that is going to help immensely as well. So both people have to lean into this a little bit here if we're going to work together and survive.
Sure.
I said I'm fine. Getting closer to your tall building.
I want to know
Little zigzagging.
if anybody has ever played this game and opened this sliding door instead of breaking the glass. I truly believe if you opened that door instead of shattering the glass to get in that building in your playthrough, you're a sociopath.
Where were you headed?
I don't know. Just away.
So you're gonna tell me the real reason why they're after you now?
I did.
They want to kill a little boy because he shaved his head.
I wasn't allowed. It's the rule. I broke it.
Jeez. So why'd you do it?
I don't know.
Pretty punk rock of you.
Punk rock?
I get the impression you don't follow most rules.
Oh. I guess so.
To the girl next door, we're Sam and James. We live in 30Z. Didn't know anybody else was still here. We're not scary, we swear. Leaving behind a freshly baked treat. Sam. Thanks for the cornbread. My mom told me to give you this bottle of vodka. Hope it's a good kind. Why didn't you guys get on the bus with everyone else? My name's Julia. My mom's name is Heidi. Julia. Where did you find this vodka? This is legit. We stuck around because we heard some horror stories about the temp apartments. People left to police themselves, letting them rob and kill each other. We'd rather take our chances here. Let us know if you or your mom need anything. Sam. Thanks again. I'm going to look for more cornbread mix while I'm out. That was a game changer. Sweet of you guys to offer to help with my mom. I could really use a hand. Gonna go out scavenging now, but back tonight. Just knock. Scars saw James cooking on the roof. They shot him. I killed 2, but 1 got away. I'm leaving our door unlocked and some supplies in our safe. Combo is our apartment number, then your apartment number. Take everything and get out of here. I can't leave my mom behind. I'm gonna barricade our door and hope for the best. Your stuff's still in the safe. My aim's shit. If they get in, we're just gonna put our hands up. Julia. Right, Uncle Bill? Alright, what's our apartment number then? 302, 301. So 30, 23, 01. 30, 23, 01. Must be the other way.
Again.
Or wait a minute, would it be... Wait, yeah, 3... Hold on. 30... 13... 02. We're Sam and James. We live in 302. Didn't know anyone else was here. Our apartment number, then your apartment number. All right, so maybe it's 304. So 30, 4302. It's the opposite. Okay. So it's 30. Oh my God, am I an idiot? I'm an idiot. What is going on here? Just freaking read, Ryan. Just freaking read. Stop trying to rush it. Good God. All right. Ugh. Our apartment number, then your apartment number. Oh, we're 302. Our apartment number, your apartment number. 30, 2304. Hey! Identity counter and destroy.
This will come in handy.
New upgrade branch ordnance. Craft items twice as quickly. Improved melee weapon upgrades. Improved pipe bombs. Improved silencers. Ooh, I would love to have that. So let's go ahead and work our way toward that. Sorry, Lev. Sorry that my dumb ass can't figure out numbers. Ooh, what do we have here? $505 on that one. Not my best. All right, got what we need. Lev gets. Let's get the hell out of here. Come on, Master Chief. Oh, we're not going that way. Oh, that's fun. Demons, huh? Oh, there's even a freaking bloater guy in there. Come on, move.
Demons. Over there.
Oh, real? Really? I can't jump up there? Oh, man. That's the opposite of what I wanted. Oh, Jesus. I don't think there was a stealthy way to do that.
You okay?
Yes.
Jeez.
How many Seraphites have you killed?
Why?
Curious.
I don't know.
Don't ask questions you're not ready for the answer to, friend. I don't really know the relevance of that. Other than to see if I'm going to tell the truth and how reliable I am. But, oof. I've killed many. Alright, I'm guessing we climb up on that truck. So, seems that we have seen everything there is to see in here. Up we go. Alright.
That water's picked up a lot of speed. I need you to be really careful, okay?
I've done stuff like this before.
Oh, come on.
God damn it.
Who is he?
I don't know.
Isn't he a wolf?
There are thousands of us. Do you know every scar?
Stop calling us scars.
Sure.
Probably teenage years, Shelbs. Horace. Aaron will trade up for flour, cigarettes, salt, canned fruit, toothpaste, tampons, and pads, any spices. Cumin, oregano, red pepper, turmeric, cinnamon, etc. So keep your eyes peeled. We could sure use the extra ammo from her. This dude was on a supply run and got wrecked. Also, he might have been trying to get one of those sweet-ass 5G phones, huh? Alright, any upgrades we can do? Ooh, we can put a scope on the crossbow? I like the idea of damage on the shotty. Oh yeah. Let's go. Oh baby. Hell yeah. You think Abby deflected the question because she thinks Lev's too young to know the impact? Or just the answer being uncomfy? I think Abby may legitimately not know how many scars she's killed. I mean, it may be a truthful answer. I have no idea. right? Like, I've killed a lot of you. I mean, she certainly could be protecting Lev, or maybe thinks that if she says that, I mean, I don't know. They're so ingrained in this at this point, like working together. I don't know if it's really worthwhile to disclose that. You just say, I don't know, probably a lot. We don't know what Lev would quantify as a lot versus what we would quantify as a lot. Little biology lab action here, huh? 19 pills?
This where we're supposed to be?
Yeah. This building will take us to the building next door.
Okay, good. I will say that Lev asking how many Seraphites I've killed might be a little bit of insight into the fact that maybe Seraphites keep track of how many wolves they kill. People have a tendency sometimes to project their norms on others, particularly if they don't have a lot of diverse representation of other groups. So it's entirely possible that Lev would ask that question because that's what Lev thinks everybody does, is that they count their deaths or their kills. I don't know. Sometimes you can get insight into folks sometimes with the questions and things they assume about you. So hey, Bianca. Anything good down here? Did I already come up here? Did I already go in here? I don't think I did. How is there nothing in here? Jesus, I have no idea where to go. Oh, did I just miss out on a whole thing? No, maybe not. Who do I find myself aligning with more, wolves or Seraphites? It's sort of an unfair question because we have gotten way more context for the wolves than we have for the Seraphites. I believe if we were playing this game from the perspective of a Seraphite, we might be just as likely to say Seraphite as we would wolf. At the end of the day, these are all just groups trying to survive.
You know I can't do that, right?
All of their behavior makes sense relative to their context. But we're inherently biased toward the wolves by playing as Abby.
I had a cousin who was afraid of heights.
Good for your cousin.
I don't really understand the point of being a dick there, Abby. Quintus, thank you for the 500 bits.
Okay.
Here we are. Follow me.
How much higher are we going?
We're gonna be okay.
It's a lot, isn't it?
Yes.
Excuse me. Lev. Thank you. We're gonna go this way.
Show off.
It's not that hard.
Pass along. The elders have agreed to a truce with the wolves. They will stay away from our island and won't engage with any Seraphites passing through their outer territories. To maintain this peace, we must all work together. Our goals remain the same. These are simply different means to achieve them. Yeah, I mean, there is commonality between the wolves and the Seraphites in the sense that they're all just trying to survive and look out for each other. Really all it is. You can find common motive.
This way.
How do we not find these?
Wolves never look up.
What does that mean?
It means no matter how many people or guns you have, we'll find a way around you.
Maybe you should stop saying we, since they're trying to kill you.
Good luck, Abby. That kid's been indoctrinated to say that shit. To see the collective. You can't... It's just not worth trying to force your ideals on it.
The apostate!
Oh, shit!
It's Lily! You should have stayed away, Lily!
Lily? What the hell's Lily?
Behind the desk!
On your left!
Luca!
Whoa!
You okay?
Yeah.
Let me help.
I got it. Did you hear what they called me?
Yeah.
Do you want to ask me about it?
Do you want me to ask you about it?
No.
Okay.
Okay. So... Lev is chosen name. And I'm guessing that they were dead naming him. So that tells me that there's a good chance that maybe part of the reason that Lev is on the run is because they know that he is trans. I mean, up until this point, I haven't really had a, like, Lev never said what his pronouns were. At least not that I caught. So hearing that, and then hearing Lev basically mention to Abby, did you hear what they called me? And Abby says, yes, I think there's an understanding that Abby knows what's going on. Yara's called him brother so far. Okay, so I missed that. So if I've been misgendering Lev up until this point because I missed that language. So obviously now I will use he, him pronouns because I did not realize that that was what was going on. I wasn't sure if, like, I don't know if brother was a term of, I don't remember hearing brother. So that's my bad. And I suppose that Lev probably would have corrected me if I would have said she, if like Abby would have said she, but Abby never says she, so my bad. So, okay, so Lev, oh man, that sucks for him, man. Lev's on the run because he's trying to be himself, and they are clearly not okay with that. That is, that's a big yikes. So I want to use that as an opportunity to say that if you don't know what the term dead naming is, so if a person who, in this case, Lev, right? Lev is male. If Lev's sex assigned at birth was female and was named with a female name at the time of birth, as soon as Lev realizes and says, you know what? No, I'm a dude, and says, so I want you to call me Lev because that is a name that fits more who I am. At that point, to call Lev by his given name at birth that doesn't align with his gender identity is called dead naming, which is a really shitty thing to do. Really shitty thing to do. And if you do that, you're a dick, particularly if you do it maliciously or intentionally. Now, it's one thing for Lev's parents, maybe in this case, to like have an adjustment period from going from the dead name to Lev. And we might understand that because for up until that point, they've only known him by his dead name. But once you get that ingrained, you damn well better make the effort to refer to him as Lev. Because if you don't, then, you know, that you're just being shitty. So that's the importance of a name, right? So us calling Lev Lev is deeply important because it's noticing and acknowledging Lev for who he is. And that is what he has told us. We don't get to dictate Lev's identity. He does. He does. By the way, we will be referring to Lev as male. Unless Lev tells me that he prefers to be identified as trans, we refer to him as male. Because that is Lev's gender identity. And if you have a hard time wrapping your head around that, I encourage you to consider what happens if people misgender your dog. Usually people will say, oh, actually it's a she, and then you be like, okay. It's the same thing with humans. Only instead of the dog telling you directly, like you basically say it and advocate on behalf of the dog. So we refer to Lev as he. Now, I do want to make a very important point here. I don't know that Lev is going to tell us this. Maybe he will. But if we're in this situation and I'm Abby, I'm going to say to Lev, all right, Lev, so if we run into Seraphites that are not hostile, and we are in a position with those Seraphites where we're in danger and we have to identify ourselves, do you want me to use Lev and refer to you as he? Or is it safer for me to refer to you using your dead name because coming out or being out is dangerous to you? That, I think, is a very important question to ask, because if we say Lev in a context that Lev is not prepared for us to say Lev in, and it puts Lev in danger, that's not good. So is it appropriate, and are there times where you would prefer me to use your dead name to keep you safe? Would be something I would want to ask him. I mean, those guys shooting at us because, and then dead naming Lev tells me that it's probably not safe for Lev to use his chosen name. Yeesh. All right, we got a little shrine.
Scar's built all this?
Seraphites.
Yeah, I was gonna say that. It's pretty cool.
What's cool?
Like, impressive. Awesome.
Protect them.
I wonder if your prophet had any idea what she was starting.
She saved dozens of people in ways no one can explain.
She blew up trucks and killed some soldiers. Not that hard to explain.
Have you read her writings?
Skimmed some.
You'd benefit from it.
Sure.
We don't need to argue about ideology here.
Oh, that's kind of pretty. And a little creepy.
All right. Again, I admire Lev for saying Seraphites. And Abby, I was going to say, is not the same thing as saying it. Say it. Call them Seraphites. Sit there in your head and constantly say to yourself, Seraphite, Seraphite, Seraphite. Make the effort.
What are you doing?
Just give me a second.
Fixing up my gun. You kidding? All right. I gotta say, I appreciate the. I appreciate the diversity of representation in this game.
I'll go first this time.
Might I ask what assets you worked on for this? If you're allowed to disclose, don't mind. We have a couple back-end game folks in the community, and I know Dr. Mick loves to give credit when they... Wait, what? What did I miss? This scene means so much to me. I'm both trans and worked as an artist on this game. I had no part in the writing, but the whole situation was handled really well. Whoa, Willow, that's badass. Holy shit. I just want to take a second to say thank you for creating being part of creating such an incredible experience. The art design in this game is quite literally second to none. And you having a part in that, awesome. Thank you for watching me. It means the world to me that you would take time to come in here and watch this. Super badass. Thank you for being here, friend. That is awesome. Holy crap. I am honored. I hope that my psychological concept illustrations are doing the game justice.
Seriously, how high up are we going?
I never said before.
Thank you, Ciora, for the gifted sub.
For your son. It's an honor. He's with our prophet now. He passed bravely. You should be proud. We are. Thank you. The elders have offered us a new child. That is a great honor. Elizabeth is grateful. I'm just not sure she's ready yet. The elders know what's best. It will all be
It's an
for the
archer.
best.
On the right.
Yes, of course.
Down. She's got a sledgehammer. To the right.
Thank you, Lev. We're gonna be real careful here. Oh, what's up, Trey? Thank you for the raid, Trey. Those of you coming along with the fabulous A Trey, who's a good friend of the stream. If you don't know who I am, I'm Dr. Mick, licensed couple and family therapist. I have a PhD in human development. This is Game Sessions with a Therapist, where we play cool games. And we use them to illustrate various psychological concepts. Damn it.
We're under attack! Fight it come from over there!
If you're interested in seeing the psychological concepts that I have illustrated using this game, you should check out my TikTok and Instagram. Also, if you want to catch up, VODs are on YouTube. Definitely encourage you to check those out as well. But thank you for being here. This is a spoiler-free run of the game. I am not interested in folks' opinion on the game so much as I am interested in awesome discussions about the mental health representation that's in this game. So if you can't keep it in yourself to be restrained in talking about your opinion of the game, I encourage you to leave because I'm quick to ban. Dude, I just shot that chick in the face. Oh, hello.
Downed one.
Are we clear? Okay. Trey, I hope you had a wonderful stream. A bit of an intense moment here. How do they get these wonderful hammers? We are on a construction site. I can't say it's entirely unrealistic. There's got to be more around here. There's no way I've cleared them out. Oh, Jesus, Lev. Come on, brother. Oh, there we go. Where are you? Where are you? Played Outer Worlds and guitar. Love to hear it. Just running around in circles. Come on. Where are we going here? Oh! Oh man, I really thought that was gonna be a death. I really did. I've died too many times to that shit. Oh, there we go. Damn it. Hello.
Don't try it.
Yeah, speaking of the tracking question from earlier, I wonder if Lev actually considers them in their counting, considering they obviously still hold connection to the cause despite being seemingly outcast. Do you think the form of tracking would supersede the dissonance of them being friendly, so to speak? Could.
That was my first time.
Huh. Okay. Well. That. Okay, so we might look at Lev swearing there as being like cute and endearing and aw. That actually may scramble my man up a little bit here. Because again, you have to take his context into account. Lev has been pretty heavily and strongly indoctrinated by the Seraphites. And breaking a rule, though empowering and an example of flexing some autonomy, is going to come along with a shitload of dissonance because that potentially puts him in danger. And he's learned that the hard way. So that actually may cause some significant distress and cognitive dissonance for him to swear like that, even though we might look at it as endearing and cute and, oh, look, that's so awesome. Good for you, man. That puts him in danger for the Seraphites. Now, we could also look at that as Lev potentially continuing to flex a level of autonomy and separation of himself from the Seraphites by swearing, because part of his identity, whether he wants it to be or not, is wrapped up in being what the Seraphites would consider to be deviant from their norms and expectations. So to swear is to further autonomize himself. And that way, that we could look at that as being very cool. But I actually think him swearing there is a lot more complex than readily meets the eye there. Or meets the ear, if you will.
Where to now? Let me guess. Up.
Yes.
Lev actually sounds like he really likes that I said that. shows that I understand him in some way, which is neat.
Is that an elevator?
Yeah.
You know what?
Hey, pull that door down.
You know what's sort of interesting about this? There is a real parallel process here to Joel and Ellie in the first game. Joel receives Ellie as a package, and in some ways has some incredible distance in his form of objectification of her. And Abby receives Lev in the same way. She sees Lev as an object. He's a scar. And by virtue of being paired together and having a common task that's in the spirit of saving somebody, they are being forced into a context where they come to appreciate each other and de-objectify each other. And I'm really feeling strongly that parallel process here as we're playing this. And so I have a very strong appreciation for Joel's character development as he comes to find himself in the caretaking of Ellie. Part of me thinks that this is a finding of self for Abby. And again, to harken back to what I mentioned earlier, I really think that her going on this mission is a ode to her father and his desire to help and save folks. And so if she can do this, it brings her closer to her father, brings her closer to a caretaking role that maybe she values that she has, maybe helps her even recover from a sense that she went way past her boundaries by being as brutal with Joel as she was. If there is some monochrome of regret there, this could be a way to potentially try to atone for that, because maybe her father would look at her and say, I don't appreciate that you did that to the guy that killed me. We have no way of knowing that that would happen, but if she's having a scrambled internalized object with this, this would be her way to try to recover that image in his eyes and in her own. And Lev represents her opportunity to do that, and I think that's really cool. There's Vertigo again.
Can I give you some advice?
Oh my god.
Just think about the good parts too.
The good parts.
Yeah, like you run faster. You're more focused. You don't feel pain as much. Every bad feeling, your palms sweating, your heart racing, they're all signs you're actually strong. So when you feel afraid, you should think about how your body is getting ready for what's coming. Only when weak may I carry my true strength.
One of the things that I was taught as a therapist is that you can say anything to anyone as long as you do it at the right time. I really love what Lev said. This was not the right time. He means well. I appreciate his advice. I think it's sound advice, because he's basically saying you need to reframe and focus on the cognitive interpretations of what's going on around you while you're experiencing aversive arousal or fear. But saying this to her while she's experiencing that fear is not going to do it. It's the wrong time, which is why I think Abby rejects what it is that he's saying to her. But we do have to take into account the fact that Lev is a child, and so he is not going to have the acumen that it would take to know that you say it at the right time. And so I appreciate his intentions, but that's not really going to land on Abby because she's all in it. I will say that it is very cool that Lev is willing to humanize Abby even faster than Abby seems to be willing to do it to Lev.
That's a profit thing?
Yeah.
Oh!
Anti-electricity and all that sinful old world stuff.
Okay, before that conversation continues, oh baby, that's dissonance. That right there, holy shit. That tells me that Abby perceived what Lev had to say as helpful in some way. And the fact that that comes from somebody that Abby has learned to despise with every fiber of her being is a conflicting two things to hold at the same time. And we're seeing her struggle with that and go, oh, Jesus. Okay, well, I want to hate that because it came from your prophet, but it also really landed on me. And it actually made sense to me. And maybe in some way it was helpful because I can appreciate the function of a reframe to me trying to overcome the vertigo that I experience and fear of heights. And so, oh my God, what do I do with this? Here's a Seraphite telling me something from a prophet I hate that I find helpful. And Abby has a choice. Does she choose to integrate that to diversify her expectations of Seraphites? That would be accommodation. She could do that. Or does she assimilate it into her pre-existing schema and say, that's bullshit, and I'm just believing that right now because I feel vulnerable? I don't think that assimilation is the ideal. However, if she accommodates and she looks at Seraphites as being helpful or humane in some way, shape, or form, that is also an antithesis to the internal ideology that she operates off of by virtue of being in the wolves. And that then hurts and cuts across her survivability as a wolf. So then the dissonance goes an extra layer, because now, in even considering that little proverb, if you will, is helpful to her, she now has to reconsider her entire orientation to a generalized group of people. That's a lot for your brain to take on in a moment like this. And it would be a testament to Abby's mental fortitude if she can fight through that and kind of work through some accommodation. I love the complexity of these tiny little moments in this world that's been built. I think it's absolutely incredible stuff.
There are exceptions, especially for soldiers.
That's convenient.
Damn, we are way up here. Boy, this is huge. Not only is Abby willing to work with a Seraphite on this, Abby's also willing to go up high. Like, we're literally in a skyscraper. What an absolute moment of, like, internal redemption and distress tolerance.
What the fuck is that?
That's the bridge.
Lev.
Follow me.
Fuck.
We'll go slow.
I don't know if I can do this.
It's not as bad as it looks.
All right, Lev. We are drawing upon your confidence here for this, friend. So again, I'm going to walk us through this because I coach people to do this all the time. The anxiety and fear that Abby is experiencing right now as she has to walk across this bridge is not inherently bad. It just is. It is the emotional template through which she is about to engage in a behavioral decision. Now, she can take that fear, create meaning out of that fear that she's weak and cannot do it, and that this is too much for her, which is likely going to lead to a decision to stay put and not push forward. Now, circumstance dictates that she does need to push forward, so it's going to catalyze this a little bit. But what we're going to do is we're going to acknowledge the fear. We're going to acknowledge the anxiety, and we're going to say it's fine that it's here. One of the cool things about this is that you knowing that it's there means we can validate it and then make the behavioral choice that's in your best interest, which is to go step at a time in walking across this bridge. And we're going to conceptualize that as a series of micro decisions. I am going to face Lev. Lev will be my focal point throughout the duration of this walk. I am then going to take my right foot and then my left foot, and I'm going to feel the solid ground beneath me. And as I walk toward Lev, I'm going to feel my balance, and I'm going to focus on that point ahead, knowing that the behavioral decision to cross this bridge is what's most important. Now that I've gotten across this bridge, I am going to reinforce for myself that that was a really good idea and that I fought through that. And I'm quite proud of myself for the fact that I was able to perform that task despite the fact that I felt anxious, which tells me that anxiety is not actually doing anything. It's just providing the template, that in fact, I am the one that is accomplishing the task, not the absence of the emotion that I think is going to prevent me from doing it. And we would do this over and over and over and over again to hopefully recalibrate her orientation toward fear of height.
I'm not. I mean, it It's not the most popular route.
Oh my god.
Just try not to look down.
Nope. So, don't tell me what not to do. Tell me what to do. Focus on Lev. Focus on Lev. Feel your feet on the floor. Focus on your breathing. In through the nose, hold, and out through the mouth.
Oh, fuck.
I'm okay. I am taking steps that are in the direction of staying on the
How
bridge.
you feeling?
I'm waiting on all that true strength.
Cold.
I am looking
Cool.
forward.
What?
Never mind.
That's good. Give me something else to focus on. Because the other thing that can happen here is when you're afraid and you have to perform, there is sometimes a tendency for folks to
What's going on
over-focus.
between you and your friend Owen?
There's a tendency for folks to over-focus on motor functions that normally would be automatic in a time like this. And if you start micromanaging your motor functions when you're trying to perform something like this, you're going to run into trouble. This is what causes issues for people in sports performance. So Lev being willing to engage with us in a way that maybe we wouldn't expect right now by saying cold and like engaging in humor and asking about this Owen person. What it does is it allows Abby to redirect her focus to something she wasn't expecting and allows her motor coordination to go on autopilot because ultimately her brain is monitoring it. It's the same thing as if you're driving a car and you can get all up in your thoughts and you can think about the music you're listening to and somehow you get home and you realize that you drove home all the way without really thinking about it. That's essentially what's happening here. And we want to get Abby to organically engage in that process as best we can.
Oh my god, Lev, now?
It seemed really awkward.
Just go!
Perfect. It's exactly what we needed Lev to say right there.
Oh, god.
Now you really want to internally reinforce this. I did
I
it.
did it! Come on!
Can we take a minute and be impressed by me?
Not yet.
Yes! Yes, we can! Yes, we can, Lev!
Come here, I'm gonna hug you.
You're not gonna want to hug me in a second.
Why? Why?
You'll see.
Oh, God. Well, we did one. It means we can do the next.
Holy shit, Lev!
It's gonna be okay. Eyes on me.
Shit.
Perfect. All right, so we're going to draw upon the fact that we just did it. We're going to stay focused on Lev. Now, it's interesting because Lev is inadvertently becoming not an attachment figure, but a figure of attachment. Meaning that Lev is going to be a person that Abby associates with her reclaiming her fear of heights by doing this activity. That is going to facilitate an immense amount of connection and intimacy, which is going to potentially be the antithesis to what we've been talking about through this entire game series, which is it's the antithesis to survival. Now, in this case, the connection we feel to Lev is going to allow us to survive. We're going to draw upon that confidence. We're going to focus on Lev. Again, we're going to feel our feet on the floor. We're going to focus on our breathing, in through the nose, out through the mouth. We're going to think about what it is, why we're doing this. We got to make sure we get a cure. We just watched this person be successful at doing it.
Of this? And don't quote the prophet to me.
Heights never scared me.
What does?
The ocean, dogs.
Understandably so. Those are things that are dangerous.
Oh my god.
You got this, Abby.
Almost there.
You can do it.
Shit.
Ooh, baby.
Look, you can see the hospital now.
Perfect.
Fuck. Oh, fuck.
You got this, Abby.
Focus on me.
Yep, good.
I can't do this, Lev.
Yes, you can.
I can't do this.
Yes, you can.
I can't.
You're going to. Come on. True strength.
Yep,
True strength. True strength.
yep. Draw upon it. You are strong. Think about Dad. Think about Lev. Think about everybody in your life that has been a stabilizing force.
Mommy.
I couldn't even tell that she lost her balance. I have failed you, Abby. I'm so sorry. Holy shit. All right, we can do this. We can do this. The point stays the same. I can't tell if what Abby's balance is. This is such an awkward camera angle, man. The cameraman is just not in the right spot for this.
You can make it.
Yes, you can. I can make it.
Careful.
I hope I'm not being annoying with these interjections, but even there's a little moment there that I think is really important to recognize from an attachment perspective. Notice how Abby's language, when she says that she can't do it, she says, I can't do it. And then when she's trying to push through it, she says, you can do it. That shift from I to you is a very important window to a person's psyche. And one of the questions that I like to ask as a therapist, if I ever see that happen, is, whose voice did you hear that in? And it's often a person's attachment figure. My guess is that if we could catch Abby at a point of like calm where she's not up on this bridge, she might tell you that the voice she heard there was either Owen or her father. That she drew upon the internalized object that she has of those people as an external force that is encouraging her to push through something that she believes she is not capable of doing. And I think that if she had fully integrated those attachment figures into her own value system and belief about herself, she would hear her say, I can do this. But she says, you can do this. And that's usually the first step toward people integrating in new self-talk and directive cognitive directions in moments when they're experiencing fear. And no, Grizz, I would not consider it to be schizophrenic because we haven't seen like multiple personalities or anything like that show through for Abby. It's a very common cognitive thing that happens for folks. We have internalized objects of people that we keep internally and draw upon in times of like isolation when those people are not readily available to us. Mr. Tibbs, they work the same way, the exact same way. I understand the focusing part, breathing, keeping your mind on the positives of what you will do, and it does all make sense, but when I have to deal with heights, my knees will shake so badly that they literally give out on me. How would somebody who experiences that push past the shaking and move forward? That says that you need to be scaffolded into that process. We would not have a person dive into... We would not have Abby do this as her first foray into heights. We would have Abby do other stuff first to build up her distress tolerance and to systematically desensitize her to what's going on so that by the time she gets up on this bridge, she experiences the fear in the same way that she might have when she was up on the Ferris wheel with Owen. And I actually think that that moment with Owen where she jumped and she was able to see that she would survive that fall by going into the water and having Owen to kind of hitch her safety to, is a moment that she's drawing upon here because she's seen herself in this position before and surviving it. So we would need to send a person through systematic desensitization if we were going to really make this effective, because there are involuntary motor things that can happen when a person has a fear response that do make it impossible to accomplish this task. Absolutely, Lightning. Yes. Exposure therapy is not just throwing a person onto the ledge. Exposure therapy is moving a person through systematic desensitization, which takes a lot of time.
Come on! I'm dizzy! Abby! Hold on! Pull me up! Pull me up!
Oh boy, and now Lev's in water. Now Lev's gonna panic. My first inclination is to look at Lev. Oh, he's good. Okay.
You ready?
Can I get a minute? Please.
That's fair.
Okay.
No, Lev's a boy, Grizz.
Okay.
Where to now?
I don't know.
What do you mean?
This is the right building, but I've never been to this part of it. The bridge drops us off at the back of the building. This is new to me.
Okay, well, let's see if we can find our own way down.
Yeah, Abby has vertigo, which is, I mean, a legitimate contribution to her fear of.
If that's the worst of it, we got off lucky.
Maybe it wasn't luck.
Maybe it was.
Some wolves believe in God. I've heard them pray.
Well, I don't. If I'm gonna die, I'm gonna die for me.
Then what are you doing here? Why did you come back for us?
Guilt.
Of what? You don't owe us anything.
I just needed to lighten the load a bit.
Huh. An interesting way to put it. Orchard's Juice Bar. Hell yeah. Those of you that have stuck around through any of the raids or have come in here late, I just want to say I'm really glad that you're here. Thank you for choosing to spend some time with me. It means a lot. Please don't leave valuables lying around while you're on shift. We have a safe in the cleaning closet in the lobby. The code is the same as the Wi-Fi. Cheryl, God, same as the Wi-Fi. Is the Wi-Fi even hooked up? That's a stairwell. There's the safe. The Wi-Fi. We got a fax machine. Oh, God. All right. If I was the Wi-Fi password, where would I be? Free Wi-Fi. Password 121879. All right, well. Improved melee upgrades. Yeah, I want this because I want upgraded silencers. I am aware that I can crack safes without looking for the stuff, but it's more fun to do the puzzle. 41 seconds flat. Good. Good, good, good. Floaty, I love that you timed it. Isn't that the new... Is that a new record? Wasn't the original record 47 seconds? And we're back out. Okie dokie. Excuse me, Lev. Excuse me. Hell yeah. It's a new lap record!
Here's our way down.
If we get to the street, we'll be right near the hospital.
Just a body.
One of yours?
No. Check out the clothes.
That's Fedra, baby.
Here. Looks dark down there.
Oh, I see how this works.
Seb, Victor, and
Had orders to clear out this building.
Irina are dead. Avery and Molly are missing. And I'm bit. The nest was bigger than we anticipated. I tried to blow them up, but the fucking detonators were faulty. Figures that fucking Fedra incompetence is what's going to kill me. Oh.
Lev, are there infected in this building?
We always take elevators down to the bottom, so I don't know.
Okie dokie. It's a big deal that Lev was willing to take that flashlight, by the way. Oh. Absolutely, Shelbs. I would say that that was a reflection of that for sure. We haven't ever really run into an infected nest before, have we? That seems a little intense.
Spores. Masks on.
Lev doesn't have one. Yeah.
Do you guys not believe in gas masks?
We were on the run.
Let me see what I can find. Stay here. Back up. All the way.
If you die, I'll be stuck here.
Better start praying I make it.
Nice.
Gas mask.
That makes sense.
Gas mask.
I could totally appreciate Abby using that, right? Like, you know that works.
Holy shit, this building's fucked.
Oh my god. That's a great way to describe it, Abby. Go ahead and reload that rifle, huh? We gotta find a gas mask for my man Lev. Okie dokie. Mr. Fedra officer, do you got one? No? Okay. Alright, if I was a gas mask in an infected nest, where would I be?
Shit. Just stay up there, okay?
Kids upstairs making all that racket. Oh, lordy.
I'm out of my mind.
Well. Oh, hell yeah. Let's go. Gimme, gimme.
Finally.
Oh.
Kill yourself. Don't ruin the mask. Dick.
Yeah, man. Come on. You never know if years down the line somebody's going to come in here looking for that thing. Mm-hmm.
That's not good.
All right, we really gonna do this? How do we get up here? How do I get into that room? Your boy needs to know. Maybe we have to drop through the ceiling? I mean, I wish I could just shotgun my way through the door. That seems like it'd be a waste of resources, though. Come on, mask. Apparently you call a group of fungi a troop? That's kind of cool. Anonymous, thank you for the 7 months.
Yes.
Hey!
Looks good. All right, back to Lev.
And let me guess, it ain't gonna be that easy.
Oh, fuck.
Where'd you go, you dick? Oh, it's a terrible shot. Terrible shot. There we go. Where you at, bro? You all come out of that room? You did. Hey, what are you doing? Peekaboo. Whoa, there's more? Oh, Jesus! Assholes.
That it?
Sure hope so.
Oh, that's it.
Better not come out of there. I've been to this rodeo before. Alright, well, it was bound to happen. That's fine. Let's go, Lev. I'm ready. I'm ready. I'm ready. I'm ready. I'm ready. What up, homie?
Got your present. Here.
We're taking too long.
Can't move any faster. It won't do your sister any good if we're both dead. There. We got this.
Nice.
Did you see a way down?
No.
I like the mutual reassurance.
Abby,
Sure.
what about that?
That a fire hose? Lev, come get this down.
Coming.
Chuck it down. Chuck it down. Why would you chuck it down over there?
I'm gonna head down.
Be careful.
Come on. You got this.
Yeah, you do. Another you, right? Oh, baby. This is awful. Oh, my God. Oh, I hate everything about this. All right, my dude. We gotta find a way out of here. This is gonna suck.
May the current be calm.
Give me some shivs. man. I'm ready for one of these assholes to jump out of these walls at any point in time now. Oh my god. Avery. The Black Ray Hotel contains a large group of infected, likely the ones that spilled out of the hospital. We need you and your crew to bring down the supports from the inside out. Use the supplied explosives and remote detonators. Good luck. Oh god. Knew it. Freaking knew it, man. Asshole.
Holy shit. That thing was growing into the wall. Until it fucking wasn't. I hate demons.
Yeah, me too, man.
Tell me about it. How many more floors down do you think we have to go?
I don't know. It's a big building.
Yeah.
No, don't shoot. I wanted to reload. God damn it. Damn it. Damn it. Damn it. Damn it. Sorry for the inadvertent jump scare there, friends. And shotgun ammo is such a valuable resource. Oh, what is this? Am I playing Doom all of a sudden?
Thank you.
Oh, baby. Let's go. Let's go. Abby gets all the good guns. No! You let your guard down for one goddamn second. I feel like I'm playing Alien Isolation now with this thing out. This is not the way.
To our left.
Can't choke them out like I can with
There you go.
Man, that's brutal.
That dragon weapon. It's impressive. Yeah, it is.
Dragon weapon. Hell yeah. I'm down to call it that. Let's go.
Let's get out of here.
When did you get so cool, Lev? What up, homie? Come at me, brother. Yeah! You got nothing on this. Just call me Abby Doom Guy.
All right. You okay back there? Yeah.
Call me Abby Ridley.
I hate
Ripley. Thank you. Abby Ripley. Oh boy. Big jump. Big jump. Face your fears. I see you. I see you. Don't think I don't see you.
I hate this building. Keep going down. We're almost at the street.
Fool me once, shame on me. Or fool me once, shame on you. However that old adage goes. God, dude, Lev, you can't walk in front of me like that, brother. Willow, have a wonderful evening. Thank you again. I hope I get to see you again, but if I don't, thank you for creating an incredible experience and being part of that. I think it's so awesome that you'd stop by to hang out with me and with my community. Pass my best over to the rest of the art team and folks you work with. I really think you guys deserve all the appreciation in the world for what you've created. So, man, super cool. Thank you so much. All right, mattress. All right, chat. We're almost out of this. Maybe. I am ready for a drink. Ready for some of that vodka those people were passing around between their rooms. Hey, we got a rifle over there.
Is it true that Isaac took down the old guard? Fedra, yeah. I hear he tortures people.
He sure does.
Let's not talk about this now. Okay. Have you ever tortured people? Let's focus on getting out of here. Okay, progress.
All right, you don't.
You doing all right? Yeah. For you, if I'm being honest, not my best day.
Cool. I actually appreciate that. Abby can own that. You don't gotta be a hero here. This shit sucks. We didn't ask for this. Oh, God. Come on. Okie dokie. Making a lot of noise.
Holy shit. There are too many demons. Just keep looking for a way out of here.
Oh. All right. All right. Nice and easy. Nice and easy. No reason we should have to alert anybody. Calm people live, tense people die. Easy peasy. Be mindful of runners, because runners are going to be what get us in trouble. I'm not really worried about clickers or shamblers. They could be floaty. I don't know, man. I mean, we run into them sometimes. Oh boy. Come on. Come on. Oh god, go, 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 go. Jesus Christ.
Let's go.
We got to get out of here. Let's go. We running? Oh my god. Oh. This part's stressful as shit, man. Oh, thank God. Man, people are real quick to take their masks off. Why don't we get out of here, close the door, and maybe play that conservatively? I don't understand the need to rip the mask off immediately here. All right, down we go. Oh.
You see that elevator right there?
Yeah.
That's the path we would have taken. No infected.
Cool, Lev.
Let's not tell the others about what happened. I don't want Yara to worry.
You're a good brother. Can I ask you a question?
Okay?
Do you regret shaving your head?
We're not supposed to have regrets.
Lev.
I wish I had just ran away. Then Yara wouldn't be caught in all of this. She'd be back home, taking care of her mom.
Does your mom need taking care of?
She's our mom. It's our duty.
Wow. Oh, that's sad that his sister got roped into it. I mean, I'm sure it was by his sister's choice, but... just doesn't seem like a worthy thing to be rigid on, given the times. Like, who the fuck cares? You know? Like, really? Amidst all the other horrible shit going on, we're gonna worry about Lev's gender? God.
This is as far as you go.
Wait, why?
Because they want to kill you. With me, they're just worried about a backgammon rematch.
What's backgammon?
I'm gonna go in the front door, grab the stuff, come right back. You're staying here, yeah?
Yeah.
Wouldn't that kind of personal control threaten the control the cult has over you? Yeah, that's a really good hypothesis, Phoenix. Really good hypothesis. Oh my god. Damn, I appreciate how long Abby can hold her breath.
Got someone in the water.
What?
Trespasser.
I'm a wolf! Don't shoot! It's me! It's Abby!
Abby? It's Abby. Shit. She alone? Open the gate.
Oh, wow. I guess that's a good point. Didn't even think about the fact.
Hey, guys.
Jesus, you swim here?
The boat got fucked. I need to grab some medical supplies. I'm doing a thing for Isaac.
We're moving all these assets to Isaac. What does he need?
I can't talk about it. It's something away from the fob.
Well, everything's getting moved out and packed up. Take a look, see if anyone's got what you need.
Hey, is Nora around? Yesterday she said she was shipping out here.
Just left the last transport, but she'll be back.
Okay, thanks.
How are they still getting new recruits?
Maybe they're
All right.
brainwashing
Way to play it cool.
that enter the city.
Boy, Abby is really putting her identity as a wolf in threat here, man. I mean, I can't imagine that helping Seraphites is in Abby's best interest. I also think Abby's going to have to be... So this is where you got to, like, switch your hat here. If Abby calls them Seraphites, that's not good. Abby's going to need to go back to calling them Scars while she's in wolf territory if she's going to get what she needs here. Oh! We're in the camp that Ellie came through. Thought I recognized this spot. This is this is the same hospital that we came through earlier. All right.
Oh, hey, Bear. They got you all the way out here? There's a good boy.
Hey there, Abby.
Hey.
I feel so much better seeing Bear right now. That's the dog that's the dog who lived. It's the dog who lived.
Last boat is now away. Repeat, last boat is now away. What's the ETA on the next one? Over.
All right, we got to be nice and chill here. Yo, what up? What up, Maine?
You still clearing this place?
Yep, one floor at a time.
Still got supplies in there?
Oh, for sure. Lots of floors we still need to hit.
Ugh. Well, good luck.
Oh, this is so dicey, man.
Hey.
Abby. They got you out here too?
Yeah, what a haul. I need some medical supplies. Can you put me where I'm supposed to?
Abby, just checked in with Isaac. He wants you back at the fob.
Let me talk to Isaac.
Talk to him in person. You're going back with the next shipment. Sorry.
What are you doing?
She's been AWOL since yesterday. Give me your hands.
Shit.
Ooh. Using Isaac was a bad idea. That was a bad idea. Not a good decision of all the people you could have done. Oh, shoosh.